Alrighty, guys, what is going on? My name is Tubby. Big Show versus Alberto Del Rio. Make sure to hit that like button if you guys could. It really helps me out. And subscribe to youtube.com/Tubby. A lot more Elimination Chamber coverage will be coming. Let's talk about it. A lot of people are kind of blowing off this match, thinking that Dolph Ziggler is going to cash in regardless. Now, here's my thoughts on this. During the call-in stream on my second channel yesterday, a few people had brought up some good ideas. And honestly, I think that Dolph Ziggler should wait to cash in, and here's why. Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho are obviously building another program together. Now, the reason I feel this kind of sucks is because I really did want Ziggler versus Zack Ryder at WrestleMania for the IWC title. The Internet Championship. I don't know why. I still felt like that would be a good match to do. And that could still happen. And yes, it would kind of be a downgrade for Ziggler, but an upgrade for Zack Ryder is have Chris Jericho win and have Chris Jericho go face like Alberto Del Rio. And after, Ziggler can still taunt him leading up to WrestleMania. And then, Chris Jericho goes out in one hell of a match, beats Alberto Del Rio or beats the Big Show. And then Dolph Ziggler comes out, cashes in his briefcase, and steals it from Chris Jericho in a way to, send Jericho home. Like, look, Jericho, you lost. I once again took the title from you. You took away your WrestleMania moment. And I think that, to me, brings a little bit more impact, for Ziggler being able to steal the showcase from Chris Jericho than it would to steal it from, Alberto Del Rio or Big Show. And the only reason I'm kind of feeling this way is because look what happens if Alberto Del Rio, say Big Show wins tonight, okay? Big Show wins, Ziggler comes out, cashes it in. Alberto Del Rio and now Big Show have a rematch clause. I don't want to see a triple threat between all three of them. If Del Rio wins tonight and Ziggler cashes in, Del Rio gets a rematch. And then it's Del Rio versus Ziggler at WrestleMania. And I don't know if that's necessarily a match I want to see. But you also have the number one contenders match. So it seems like no matter what, you're going to get, a rematch clause some way. Unless they do the match, before WrestleMania, which is always a possibility. I hate the rematch clause in the fact that it kind of puts spoils into plans. Because if you honestly think about it, the champions get a rematch. So if Ziggler cashes in, Del Rio gets a rematch, does that make the Elimination Chamber pointless, or does it make it a triple threat between Ziggler, Jericho, and Alberto Del Rio like some people are predicting? I think the best thing to do would have Ziggler not cash in, have Del Rio go face Chris Jericho, have Chris Jericho beat Del Rio. Now, unfortunately, that kind of buries Del Rio, and they're both kind of face, so that doesn't really make sense, which means I'm pretty sure it won't happen. But if Jericho were then to get cashed in on by Ziggler at Mania, and, their rivalry, look what I did to you, Jericho. Not only did I beat you at SummerSlam and make you have to leave the WWE, look what I did. I took away your WrestleMania moment. That, to me, would be a huge thing. So, you can tell the whole time we're talking about this, we're not talking about Big Show and Alberto Del Rio. And I think for the simple reason that I don't think it really matters. Yeah, the only other possibility I can potentially think of is them dragging out Del Rio and Big Show until Mania and then having the number one contender be Chris Jericho. And instead of, facing one of these guys, he gives up his number one contendership to face Dolph Ziggy. I think that's the only other possibility I see happening, and some people have brought that up. And I think that is a good possibility. The fact that Chris Jericho could win the Elimination Chamber and then give up his number one contendership and go to face Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania and shut him up and eventually put him over. I think that's one of the good things about Chris Jericho is, he comes back, but he knows how to put people over, and he does put people over. So you guys can see here, I'm giving it to Del Rio, barely. Let me know what you guys think in the predictions in the comment section below. Until next time, we will see you all later.